But it's all good, Hamp.
Indeed. Sway, what's good? Sway, what's up, man?
What's going on, Hamp?
Everything's everything, man. I already had those sound effects. They weren't especially for you. I just didn't use them for anybody else specifically. You know what I mean?
I feel you. Definitely it spelled out 4 different sound effects. SW.
Indeed, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. So we were here last week, a little bit different of a panel. Same topic. The results last week were frankly unbecoming. That was probably the first time on a panel I got slightly disheartened. Usually we have conversations, right? And they go every which way. I don't really have an intention for them per se in terms of how exactly I wanted to go. They often just go how they go. Generally speaking, I think the panels are ran decently well. Things go awry quite often, but specifically last week, I curated it on purpose for a specific result, and it didn't meet that result. So I had to take the onus on that. But I said it's only right that we try again. You know what I mean? So we are here. Bridging the gap, man. Sway was looking at some old episodes when we had the generation of conversations. He hit me and said, hey, why don't we do an entire series on, bridging the gap, some of the divides between the generations, the where, what, and why. I said, okay, that's a good idea. Oftentimes this is probably the main thing we talk about on the majority of the panel, just relationships amongst men and women. Oftentimes when we're giving or getting advice, I think we do a lot of talking at each other. When older people try to teach the youngers, it doesn't really resonate from what I gather. So I think we just need to understand and create a baseline and find some similarities. I think oftentimes if you find a similarity, people tend to, you can agree a little bit more. You have things in common. So the first thing I was thinking about, I say my rejection rate was about 70%. So I got rejected about 70% of the time chasing women. But my close rate was 30%. I would argue that's not bad. You hit 300, that's 3 out of 10 pitches, right? But nevertheless, the majority is rejection. I'm bugging Sean. I'm right. I'm on par so far.
Hey, man, look. All you need is one at the end of the night, bro. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Yep. You get rejected 20 times. You get 2 numbers. You go home on cloud 9. But it's like when we are talking to the younger generation, we act like, everybody on YouTube wear their underwear on the outside of their pants. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't understand. Like we caught them bullets too. It's just that we reacted to it in a different way. So my first question is simple. Was it easy to approach women? Because I did it, but I never thought it was easy. It's actually difficult, but you just kind of walk through it. I think that's what bravery is, generally speaking, right? Being afraid, but doing it anyway. And I don't know if it was afraid like that, but you guys catch my drift. Sean, what's your thought?
So no, it's never been easy to approach women. I think for me personally, I hated the cold approach. I like to be more strategic. So say for instance, there were times when if I was around a woman and we were vibing, we were talking, everything felt good. Lots of times if I knew I was going to see them again, I wouldn't give them my number or ask for theirs. But by the next time we saw each other, it just felt much more natural. So I never wanted to come off as thirsty in that way. The other thing too is I realized at a young age, never approach girls when they're in a group. If it's you one deep and I see these 4 women, I'm not coming up to you because now you got to get the approval of all of them. So now I'm just gonna wait and be patient. So I guess I've always had the benefit of patience and discernment. And so I like to kind of have a slow burn, but it depends. Now if we had a frat party or something like that and I catch you, you know what I'm saying? If you reckless eyeballing, I was on your ass, you know what I'm talking about? But other than that, I took my time with it, but it was always hard. Pause.
She was choosing, right? Man. I think that's the next question for sure. It aligns, right? choosing signals, identifying them. Were they any different yesterday than today? Hank, was it ever easy approaching women?
No, it wasn't easy. But it got fun after a while when you make games out of it. You understand what I'm saying? When we went to the mall, the McDonald's, out to the theater, who's going to get the most numbers? So when you make a game out of it, it became a little easier because you became numb. Your calluses already built up being rejected so much, so it didn't matter no damn more. But you had to put that practice in. And so Sean said he don't like the approach route. I mean, I don't really like doing that either, but I do it just to test my mettle, to see what they're going to say. I'm not looking to really trying to prove nothing because more likely I'm going to get a no, but just to see what happens, just to test my game.
Yeah. So you go to the group of 4?
Yeah, why not? See what happens. See what I'm gonna roll the dice and see what goes down. And let me tell you this: I'm going for the ugliest one at the table. That's what I'm gonna do just to make hear me out, big brother. Hear me out. I'm gonna go for the ugliest one at the table to get on that goddamn dance floor, and I'm a freaker like I'm a black Chippendale dancer. And then the rest of the friends gonna be looking jealous because they couldn't get that dick. You understand what I'm saying? So when I come back to the table, now they're lining up ready to get out there because they want me to do the same goddamn way. Wow.
Lady Di, you want to say something?
It's a strategy.
Lady Di, you unmuted. You wanted to say something?
I expect that from Hank, so that's cool. You see, he's funny.
Man.
But that's honesty. I like that. So it's like you're telling your story, but then it's like kind of like a hint, like this is what you did, and this is how you was able to get, I guess, the attractive women, right? Hank, is that what you were saying?
Whenever I went to a group of them at the table, I would hit the ugliest one, what I consider the least most attractive, and just to try to, to get their attention. You know what I'm saying? Just to try to make them think about some things. Wonder, would he do that to me if he pulled me on that dance floor?
Did it work though?
Oh yeah, it worked though.
And he's, you know what? When he said that, I was laughing because it's competition for women. So when they see, to his point, the least attractive, whatever that is, to the person's eye, the women who think they could get any man, right? They're gonna be like, well, dang, I look better than her, even though they friends. They think this in their head. I look better than her, so how was she able to pull him? So I could see how that worked. That's crazy though, but I can see how it works.
That is a risky approach in my estimation, because oftentimes I don't think I ever did it, but what I see in my head is the other 3 friends like, oh, he like her, we not checking for him now.
That's what I would have thought. That's what I would have thought. Like, I wouldn't, if he talked to my homegirl, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, let me talk to you now. That's just not how me and my girls roll. So that's what I'm saying. It's kind of risky. It's a strategy, but it's kind of risky.
Well, see, y'all taking an aspect like I was talking to her. No, I just wanted to dance. That's all I was doing. I was trying to get a dance from her. I wasn't looking to get a number, trying to, push up on her like the last call for alcohol.
Real bad feedback.
You got feedback. Let me see. Hey, Sean, mute real quick. Let me see something. Hank, what were you saying? Hank.
No, what I was saying is, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So what I was saying was, I wasn't trying to push upon like I'm trying to get a number. Nothing like, I just wanted to dance. Warm up. You know what I'm saying? It's like me coming into the gym. I got to stretch before I get up under that bench and lift that weight. So she was my warm up. She was my stretching. Yeah, that's all I'm doing.
You just was freaking her real good. Like, again, I personally wouldn't do that. And I think it is Sean's thing that's making that like that.
Yeah, Sean, you got feedback for some reason.
Yeah.
Let me
His volume is just picking up. His mic is picking up his volume.
Yeah.
Have to turn it down or echo cancellation or something.
I'll check him when he come back.
I have a question. I know. Is it okay if I ask a question to the guys?
Just give me a second. Cheeky, Is it easy approaching women?
Yeah, for me, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It's
Why?
a conversation. Like it's nothing big, no big deal. And then since I do videography, a lot of the times girls want to get some type of video because that's their thing. They really, oh, get me. Like anytime they see a camera or certain things, they get more drawn to it, or they want to be in the video or photo, whatever the case. So that can lead to a conversation, or you can just chill. Like if we go out, I just hang at the bar, talk to the bartender, and then if somebody sit next to me, I'll talk to them. But yeah, it's not hard to just.
Is that Mac? Are you trying to like approach them in terms of trying to get a phone number, or you just starting conversation?
I'm just starting conversation, trying to get somebody's phone number. Like when I do that, I don't have a low success rate. Like I just have to want to do it through the conversation.
Yeah,
because
I can strike a conversation in a friend zone way. I'm talking about if I'm really trying to get access to her.
Well, for me, it's easy because it's very similar. Like if I like what you're saying and I think the conversation's good and you don't sound like a dummy, then yeah, I'm gonna get your number. And if it don't work after the fact, then it is what it is. But for the most part, it's not. I don't have low success rate with that.
Okay, and I noticed you added the prop in. So with you pull the cam, you make a reason to say you do photography, or do you work that into the conversation?
Now, if you see my Instagram, right, like you'll see what I do. It's part of the portfolio. So what happens is I'm just doing what I do naturally, and then because people want to be a part of it, especially women, they want to see themselves. That is a conversation starter, but I don't bring it like, oh, I'm gonna bring my camera so I could talk to somebody. No, like I don't just bring my camera because it's what I do.
The Instagram point is that so is there a level of familiarity before you even approach the women? Is that what it?
No, not all the time. Sometimes, yeah, because we'll go to the same spots. Like if you go to Underground Atlanta, some people be there, but if you go to MJQ, some people be there. If you go to another place, some people. So sometimes you run into the same people, but for the most part, it's just people when they see a camera, they want to pose, they want to do certain stuff. So
that's what I'm saying, though. I don't know. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Is Cheeky answering the same question I'm asking? The same question I asked Sean and them?
No. Like if you were not the videographer and you were just at Costco or wherever you shop, I'm just naming stores, and you're off duty, you're not working right now, you ain't trying to get no footage, and you saw someone
okay, I get what you're saying. So yeah, even being at a mall or a gathering, sometimes we'll make a bet, like I bet you can't get her or go get her or go approach her. I'll do that, and that's not hard for me to do. It's just it's a girl. Get the number, come back, talk with her, see if something's come from that. If you don't like her from that, then just I'm not interested, or look, I just don't think we vibe or connect, and then move to the next.
Yeah, 100%. But I've done it many times, right? But I have to do a level of like prepare, like it may be 3 seconds, right? But I set my mind to it and then walk over there. You know what I'm saying? That's a long walk back, and when you get turned down for some reason, the dance floor get even longer.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, because you gotta walk over there, you gotta go. You know what I'm saying?
I think, but to me, it's just I think just do it. I don't know. I don't think about that. I just go, okay, I'll just do it. Just I don't be worried about it. Just go do it. And if it don't work, it just don't work. Yeah, they clown. Like, yes, they clown or they laugh, but they got to do it too. So it don't really affect me. It's just
and I wouldn't say it's necessarily, but it's just like, damn, you know, you just got a moment like, damn, all right, you know.
Maybe I think I'm autistic, so it don't really matter to me. Okay. Oh well.
I ain't know if we're supposed to laugh at that or not.
He said it.
Wait a minute. He said, okay.
I mean, if you say no, you say no. Like that don't really bother me though. It's just especially talking with women they do that to a lot of men, and I don't feel like that's such a big deal.
What you think, Black Dawn? I'm getting this right.
Stop the cap.
I don't know. It just I'm getting that. I'm getting that urge. But Cheeky don't generally cap, so I think he believe it. I don't know. What you think, Black Dawn?
Is it easier to approach women now? I would say depend on where you at. Like, so I'm gonna just be real with you. My batting average is low. I ain't gonna cap to y'all. Like, I ain't hitting no damn 30%. Let's keep this shit honest, right? But it kind of depends on where you at. So I live like right next to the beach, and like everybody is chill. So it's very easy to approach people of that who on that type of time, right? I mean, personally, I kind of moved over more to like dating apps because I feel like it's much more easier than just doing cold approaching. So
Is
for
that
me?
still?
Now
Now,
that
see, this
now,
is
I disagree. Now I ain't gonna hold you. Now I tried that. The dating app thing is, I don't know how anybody get it. That is crazy. Now approaching is totally different. They get vibes and stuff. And I've had women tell me like, "Oh, you're not the same. Like I didn't get the same vibe when I met you. It's like it's different. I enjoy the like, and it's like that's but through a dating app, no way. I don't see how you doing that through a dating app. Me personally,
Easy.
that is all time low. I don't think I ever just pick. No, it's just always weird.
That's easy.
Like
They gotta
online
pick you.
talking to a girl when there's one outside. No.
Yeah, but you gotta meet them eventually. Real life. I mean, you gotta meet them. Still gotta talk to them, see what the vibes is. Like I think it's with dating apps, it kind of gets like the bullshit out the way. Like if you want a dating app, you already know what time it is. Like you don't have to like wonder or guess if she really on that time or not. Like, or is she trying to put me on the friend zone? No, no. We all know what we here for. So it kind of gets that out of the way.
So Crimson, when we have these conversations, especially amongst men, this is, and I'm gonna ask Sway, but this is seemingly where we start to divide, right? Young bucks start mentioning shit like dating apps. We like, nigga, that ain't approaching, right? And then we go, nigga, this you broke. You know how, all the common things. And we out.